Hey guys, welcome to this like super windy fall day. So if you can't hear me, I apologize. I'll type something up. But this is my propane tank. It's in the back of my car right now. And the reason why I have it back here is because it turns out that propane tanks need inspected once every 12 years. And I wanted to give you something to look at. So when you are looking for a new travel trailer, or you have a travel trailer already and you don't know this, which I didn't because of course I caught a leaf. I'm new to this whole thing. Right here is the year that the propane tank was manufactured. So in 2002 this was manufactured, and 12 years after that I should have gotten this inspected, but I didn't own this until last year. So until that is inspected, you can't get a propane refill. And some places will do it, and that just says something right there. Like, are you going to trust your life to somebody who's filling a propane tank that is not supposed to be filled? And another thing to consider is if the person is qualified to fill your propane tank, but they're not qualified to see if a propane tank is safe to be filled, I question that person. This is your cooking source and your heat source and flammable gas that is attached to your home for the time being. This is what I learned today. Last year I did trust the people to fill my tanks, and we do have a whole new staff here now, and I'm starting to see why, which is fine. So this one over here, you also have to have totally empty tanks in order to get them inspected. So the one that I just showed you has not been inspected. I need to take it back once it's empty. This one here has been inspected. Apparently this little sticker should have been placed on the propane tank I don't know what that was, when sold to me. So look for this. Here is my little inspection number, because they are good tanks still, right there. So 2017 is when it was inspected. This one was built or manufactured in probably, so it says must be requalified within 10 years, which is Canada. For the US it's every 12 years. And I am not seeing the number on this one, but that's okay. I showed you on the other one. It's probably somewhere. I'm sure this is very fun to watch. Right there. My hair's in the way. So now, before I put the old one that did not get inspected but does still have about a third of a tank in it, get it all set back up, I need to replace my hose, because this one is really super stiff. We replaced the other one last year when it was actually leaking, and I bought two to replace them at the same time, but it was really cold outside. So we're replacing the hose. I've got my little tools and the stuff, Teflon tape, and a new hose. This hose is actually smaller than this one, and it gets really frustrating because you have to have the tanks on kind of sideways for them to fit in here. It's an 18-inch propane Acme blah 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 blah. I like that it's called Acme. I should have got a 2-footer, but that will be later down the road. I've figured out a way to make these work. Like, so this one you could see, I'm gonna try not to knock that thing down because it's not actually connected right now. This one is much more pliable and, you know, works better. And I have another one that's actually connected right there that will get replaced soon too, but I'm thinking next spring, summer for that one. And we go back to this one, and it's like, yeah, I could actually lift things with it. Whoa! Whoa! So I bet you that part was really fun to watch. Not professional in any way, shape, or form, But another thing to know is that yellow jackets and wasps, which I think are yellow jackets, are super attracted to the smell of propane. So I also recommend getting something that deters them from your rig, because they like to build nests on your rig as well, like they did to me. I just got that out. Right up in that little thing, I had a big giant wasp nest, and that's not something you just pick up. So it was kind of like I sprayed it down and they all died, and then I had to go in there with like chopsticks and swoosh it out of there. And now I have to keep an eye on that. And so they'll probably get into something like that if you don't have a screen. That one is screened. They could also get into your refrigerator if it's not screened. They could totally fit just right in there. And that kind of gives me the heebie-jeebies. And they could probably get into your heat vent during the summer. So things to watch out for, because you have propane is wasps. Yellow jackets is easier to say. There's my video for today. So I'm just totally walking around, showing off all of the amazing stuff that is here. So I'm going to fix this up, get it going, get it all set up, and then I have at least one full tank for if we get a freeze, and then a third of a tank that I need to get through, and then I'll just take it back down to the propane place. Right now, what is it, October 2017, we are about $40 for a fill and an inspection for one tank, so 80 for both, I guess. Thinking about getting a 100-pounder because it's got 22 gallons of propane in it, and together these have 14, so that'll last me a little bit longer. That is my little information for today. Hopefully this is useful to somebody out there. Don't expect professional quality videos from somebody who's just walking and talking into her phone, but hopefully the information is useful. Just watch it without looking and you won't get seasick. Okay, bye.